Is India a sex-starved nation?
There are people who's talking about your private things in such a way.
Does it matter to you, like someone commenting something lewd on your picture?
Yeah, it does. It does. If I read those, sometimes it makes me crazy also. হ্যাঁ, ছোটবেলা থেকে মেয়েদের ওই ভায়োলেন্সটা আমার মনে হয় শেখানো উচিত, যেখানে যদি এরকম কোনো কিছু হয় দেন ঘুরিয়ে ঘুরিয়ে দুটো চড় থাপ্পড়, না 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 না, not that, not
Not that,
that.
like you've been involved in a lot of movies
Yeah.
and maybe a lot of so-called bold scenes.
Mhm.
Does the male perspective change for that woman after that?
We need to be united, and till what we want we don't get it, the whole system, it's just not about the punishment or not about the article that should come out. It is also about, till the time we don't get to change our society, we should keep moving.
Kolkata was always considered to be a safe place for women.
Yes,
Is
it
that a
is.
myth?
Whole Me Too thing, I don't know how to take that, because I feel that a lot of women are also a part of this system.
Hi Ena,
Hi.
nice to have you here.
Thank you so
Finally
much.
we meet.
Yeah, finally we met.
It's been a long time pending.
Yeah,
So how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Sorting out a lot of things in life. At the same time, coping up with the environment and the situations, everything, praying for the best thing and hoping for the best things. Yeah.
So what is going on in Kolkata right now? What's your opinion on it?
Uh, I really don't know how to react to this, because I feel very insecure as a woman. At the same time, I'm very angry as a human being generally, because not because of anything else but the incident. So yeah, it's too many emotions that's been scattering in my mind, if that's how I put it.
But you've been in Kolkata for a while. You've been here for a long time actually.
Yeah.
But Kolkata was always considered to be a safe place for women.
Yes,
Is
it
that a
is.
myth?
Right now it feels like, because I used to think like that, because we are so many sisters, so many girls, we stay in the same place, and what to say, সবাই রাত্রিবেলা বেরোয়, তারা বন্ধুদের বাড়িতে যায়, পার্টি করতে যায় বা কাজ করে। আমি রাতের পর রাত I shoot, I work in, even there are some days I work in the office. Yeah, though I'm enough lucky that it's my office, I own it. So I think it right now it feels like a myth. Completely, it's a myth.
So did
That's
you
how.
ever feel safe in Kolkata in general? Like you, I'm sure, like you're in
Yes,
the.
I have always. I've never thought that, these kind of something that can happen in a workplace. I never had this idea until and unless I did not hear it. I was not here for a long time. I've just come back, and I used to see this on the internet, and আমার খুব অদ্ভুত লাগতো। আমি বারবার আমার বোনেদের ফোন করে বলতাম, জাস্ট বি সেফ, ডোন্ট ট্রাস্ট এনিবডি। কেন এটা করব? আই এম সাপোজ টু ফিল সেফ, রাইট? আমি বাইরে যেখানে বসে আছি সেখানে আমার ইনসিকিউর ফিল করার কথা, নট ইন মাই হোম। সো ইয়া, মানে আমার বোন জাস্ট, আমার সব থেকে ছোট বোন, ও জাস্ট 12th পাস আউট করে ও পুনেতে কলেজে পড়তে গেছে। অ্যান্ড ওয়েন আই হার্ড দ্য ইনসিডেন্ট, the first thing I did is I called her up and I said, do not even trust your professors. Do not trust anybody. Don't go anywhere alone. Don't be anywhere alone. Why do I have to say this?
So this is not the first time it is happening because, especially entertainment industry, we saw the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
And a lot of women came out accusing people whom they work with, harassing them.
Yeah, but then I have a very weird view on it. A lot of people might disagree with me, but I think this whole Me Too thing, I don't know how to take that, because I feel that a lot of women are also a part of this system. So, to make your steps easier, a lot of people, which is completely their own personal thing, I'm nobody to even judge them, but then yeah, that is also the truth. So and it's not just here or there, it's everywhere. You stay outside, you know how things work. And it's also not just our industry,
It's everywhere, right?
it is
And it is
everywhere.
very important, and it's very interesting that you made that point, because I was interviewing a Muslim woman,
Hmm.
and she said that the torchbearers of patriarchy
Hmm.
is, I mean, are the women themselves.
Yeah, it is because the thing is, I have a very what to say. It's kind of my point of view, or it's an example that I want to give you. So the kind of childhood uh, our generation have had, 80% of the kids, the women or the men, have seen getting their mom uh,
Beaten.
beaten up
Yes.
almost every day, or most of the
Not treated
time.
well, even if
Yeah,
not
even
beaten up.
not respected in their own home or their houses
Uh,
by their own people. So that kid growing up, even the men and the women, thinking that women are something who is powerless, who's weak. So it it happens like those applications even comes outside the we are not been well uh, educated like that.
so do you think men and women are equal?
It is, it have to
Like
be, why
physically we are
not?
not.
But even there are stronger women also.
Yes, of course.
মানে
I
there are
mean,
women যারা তো মানে কি বলবো, আমি অত লিফটিং বুঝি না, but still I've seen women who's more stronger than men, একটা চড় মারলে তারপরে ছেলেটা
no, of
উঠে
course,
দাঁড়াতে
like you
পারবে
can
না।
see Mamata Banerjee, like whatever it is, I
হ্যাঁ,
could like she's under a lot of stress and like a lot of heat because
yeah,
of the public and all
yeah,
that, because of what happened. But
yeah.
she's a strong woman.
She is. There are so many of them. We see them every day. Of course, প্রবলেমটা কোথায় জানো? প্রবলেমটা আমার মনে হয় যে আমরা যদি ওই বাড়ি থেকে শুরু করি পুরো জিনিসটা, then it becomes easier. And I feel that uh, Gen Zs has a better education on than this than the millennials.
Of course.
So that is also one thing, because millennials have already discovered this education thing,
Yes.
which they are teaching it to these
Yes.
NZs. But the previous generation have, like the millennials, lot of millennials also have not um কি বলবো, শেখেনি
So
এখনো
I
অব্দি,
guess
they have
like
not learned it.
what you're trying to say is that like our generation, like we got to learn a lot of things like when we are like into well into our 20s.
Yeah,
So we didn't learn that when we were 14 or 15.
we
So
haven't.
there's a like gap between us and our parents generation.
it
They
it
don't openly
is.
talk about how to treat women, what is
Yeah,
sex,
yes.
how to go about a relationship, and all these things. Do you think
Yeah,
that is a factor?
and also there's not enough of discussion that how to. It's just a normal example, that's what I'm talking about. Like my dad or my mom, or your dad or mom, I don't know, just examples, have never taught us যে একে অপরকে কিভাবে ট্রিট করা উচিত।
And we've been exposed to a lot of things more than our
More
parents. Like
than,
uh, they might think that they
yeah.
know everything and like we are nothing, but like we've been exposed more, I
It
guess.
is, it is. I guess that's one of the thing. তো কোথাও গিয়ে ওই এডুকেশনটা have made a difference.
Also, I wanted to talk about something like এটা আমার এক্সপিরিয়েন্স থেকে
হুম।
বলছি, অনেকেরই এক্সপিরিয়েন্স whatever. বাংলা পুরো সিরিয়ালে সবকটার মোটামুটি সেম স্টোরি। আই ডোন্ট ওয়ান্ট
সেটা
টু,
তো এখনো দেখায়।
হ্যাঁ, এই
And they
শাশুড়ি
haven't
বউকে
changed.
আর কি টর্চার করছে, probably because shashuri has been tortured by her shashuri like before that.
Yes, it is.
So
It's going generations after generation. So I'll tell you something. একটা শর্ট ভিডিও আছে যেটা ভীষণ পপুলার, এবং মানে আমরা অনেক কন্টেন্ট ক্রিয়েটরদের কাছ থেকে এটা দেখেছি যে তার মার লাইফটা ট্রমাটাইজ ছিল, মানে দিদার লাইফটা, গ্র্যান্ড মমস লাইফ ওয়াজ মোর ট্রমাটাইজড। সো she have passed it to the mother, and the mother have passed it to the girl generation, and the girl is trying to break the chain
yes.
and not passing it on to their kids. So I think that's the difference of the education that we are having. Because
How important and how difficult is it to break the chain? Because habits that like bad habits die hard, as we know.
and not only that, it's also that insecurity, and you're always scared, you're anxious. Uh, that whole feeling of trauma. It's a very big word, trauma. It's you need to break it someday, or else you'll never get to evolve.
So you are talking about spirituality right now. I'm just going off script, all right? So how important is spirituality in overcoming those traumas, like whatever you have faced? Everyone has their share of traumas, right?
Yes, my mom says a very interesting thing, which I have learned it from my childhood. So there's this line in Bengali where it says, "যে বিশ্বাসে মিলাই বস্তু তর্কে বহুদূর." If you believe it, it ends there, and if you keep arguing about it, it's like it keeps on going. So somewhere we just need to switch on our belief systems and stop those arguments, where it just gives you more hope to live and gives you more happy hormones, I guess.
Do you think that like human beings are addicted to drama? From my experience, because
Our bodies are, don't you
yes,
think?
yes, probably that is like something we need to like focus on, trying to like get the
Yeah,
drama down and like be at the state of peace, because when you're at peace it's very boring. You have
it
nothing to
is.
do.
It is because we start feeling that nothing is happening in my life and things like that. But then again, you have to also overcome those things,
Yes,
and also, you know, try to be better every day. It's just not in your work or your profession or with your accounts, but you need to also be better every day as a human being. Try to feed your soul, man.
yeah, it's very like coming back to the point,
Yeah.
এইরকম টাইপ অফ আন্দোলন কোনোদিন এতদিন তো কলকাতায় আছো, মানে ইন্ডিয়াতেও আমি কোনোদিন দেখিনি, লাইক দে
Hmm.
আর কম্পেয়ারিং দিস উইথ দ্য ফ্রিডম মুভমেন্ট, everyone wants a change, like the point you were talking about. But what I want to talk about is how to get there, because like we aim a society where everyone is aware, everyone knows what is right and what is wrong, but how to get there?
So I have two things to say about this. What I feel, it's you can see it very personal, but again, first, what everybody wants, it's whoever causing the wrong things, they should be punished, and the punishment should be so scary that it should set an example for the people who even thinks of it. Like anybody even thinking of it should get scared. Like it should be the thinking itself should be a hell for them.
But do you think
And
that the system is broken, like somewhere down the line?
or else why is it happening every day? I think it is broken. And
Because perpetrators, like it's very rare that like someone gets like jail sentence or something like that, like একটা কেস চলছে বছরের পর বছর ধরে কেস চলছে, কোনো যখন জাস্টিস পাচ্ছে তখন like they're
see
well
then,
into their 50s.
yeah, it is. And at the same time, those people are also getting to live, which is again, these kind of people shouldn't get any hope. কোনো হোপ থাকাই উচিত না, আমি
But
যেটা
they
বললাম।
they have the right, like the right of defense according to the constitution. Until and unless everything pinpoints at them doing the crime, you
Yeah,
can't.
but then I also have this thing, মানে আমি জানি না সিস্টেমের ক্ষেত্রে, মানে যারা প্রুভেন আসামি, that's the criminals, they shouldn't get bails. Why will they get bail?
No,
মানে
at the end of the day, it's all political. If you're aligned to some kind of political party and like someone powerful, not even political, then like
yeah, that's how my
just
second view comes in. That's what I was also saying. So we need to be united, and till what we want we don't get it, the whole system, it's just not about the punishment or not about the article that should come out. It is also about, till the time we don't get to change our society, we should keep moving and we should not stop it. So that's one very very important thing.
রাস্তায় কবে দেখা যাবে?
না, the thing is, রাস্তায় আমি জাস্ট ফেরত এসছি বলে, অ্যান্ড আমি যত দিনে ফেরত এসছিলাম everything was, but yeah, I think I want to be there, I want to be a part of it, and I want people to know that what is important and what is not. Still এখনো যারা কিছু লোক যারা বুঝতে হয়তো পারেনি তাদের জন্য, আর যারা বুঝতে পেরেছে, I want to be a part of those people too. So yeah.
So like what we are talking about, like everyone wants justice, but what is justice exactly? Nobody really knows. It's a gray area.
Yeah, it is even
মানে যে চলে গেছে সে তো চলে গেছে।
but then যে চলে গেছে সে চলে গেছে is something what I believe is very lame, because it's just not justice for her, it's for all the women, our securities, our insecurities, everything. Why should we feel scared? We are wanting, our wants are very simple, isn't it, that we want to feel secured everywhere. That is our workplace, our colleges, our you know, even the home, because uh, you know, we what to say, as a girl, a little girl, we even get molested in our home from the closest people. যারা একটা চকলেট দেখিয়ে কোলে বসিয়ে, they molest us. So I don't know what it should be, but then yeah, I want a change, I want to be the part of the change.
Do you think airport like people will think, specifically men, will think twice before like looking at someone with uh, with some other motive?
The thing is, I'll say a very weird thing, it must sound very violent, but ওই ছোটবেলা থেকে আমরা যে ভায়োলেন্সটা দেখে এসছি, হ্যাঁ, ছোটবেলা থেকে মেয়েদেরও ওই ভায়োলেন্সটা আমার মনে হয় শেখানো উচিত, যেখানে যদি এরকম কোনো কিছু হয় দেন ঘুরিয়ে ঘুরিয়ে দুটো চড় থাপ্পড়, না 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 না, not that,
Not that
that,
like
but you know, the women also should slap harder. That's what we also need to learn, where we get to scare the men too.
that's true.
So it sounds very violent, it doesn't have any relevant, but
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
I think the
people
anger
are
in
getting
me
killed.
is talking about it, you know, I just can't help it.
No, people are getting killed, so like there should be
Yeah,
like
it
some
should
kind
be.
of defense mechanism for the women, because
না, এই মুভমেন্টের মধ্যে এত ইনসিডেন্ট সামনে এসছে, so yes.
so you're from the entertainment industry, like
Mhm.
have you ever faced something like that? You're in the limelight most of the time, so have you faced like creepy people coming up to you?
Yeah, many times. So it's not about the limelight or something, it's about every woman. You ask any woman,
So
any girl,
as long as you're a woman, like
the molestation, the, you know, those bad eyes, I think every woman have faced it.
no, like specifically I'm talking about you, because like you've been involved in a lot of movies,
Yeah.
and maybe a lot of so-called bold scenes, like I'm sure you have done, like I haven't done my research, like sorry if I'm mistaken. uh, you've been with women who've done bold scenes and all that. Does the male perspective change for that woman after that?
With me, it haven't happened like that. But yeah, there's been my co-stars, or you know, my colleagues who have been uncomfortable during those kind of scenes with, particularly, you know, of course, very less people does that, because there's too many technicians and too many people who's present during those moments or when we are shooting. But then still, there's been those kind of experiences too, and how dare that person? That's what I believe.
You're talking about inside the industry. I'm sure like you have your share of experiences there. But like I remember like when we were in college or school,
Yeah.
like Pauli Dam had like some kind of bold scene in some movie, and every guy was like talking about it. We weren't that educated that time.
Yeah.
So obviously, like coming back to our point that we got educated a lot later, well,
Yeah.
after our 20s. But like I've seen like all these things happening, that like suddenly a guy's perspective changes on a woman. So from the outsider's perspective, do you think that that happens?
Yeah, it does. You putting, look at every one of our Instagram. If those you know, a little bit bold shoots come, the comments changes, and people just talk nonsense.
So, what do you like? Do you filter the comments, or like do you read the comments anytime?
We do. A lot of times we do. Sometimes we don't even care. Um,
Does it matter to you, like someone commenting something lewd on your picture?
yeah, it does. It does. If I read those, it makes sometimes it makes me crazy also. That's why most of the time we ignore.
Like you're in the limelight, you have like millions of followers,
Hmm.
so there's nothing you can do, right?
But from those, I'm telling you, a bold shoot, a picture where there is, 80, 90,000 likes, or like a 60, 40,000 likes, and there's 300 to 500 comments. But then if you're reading those, where there's too many love, heart emojis, or those fire ones, in between there are people who's talking about your private things in such a way which is which is not nice.
Uh,
It's like, what?
of
Like,
course it's not
really?
nice.
So
Yes.
those things disturb us. Of course, it
So do
will.
you think those are bots or
No,
like real
those
people?
are like people who's having two accounts. One is fake and one is real.
Okay.
And the fake account is commenting that because they are sitting back at their home. They are frustrated. They are switching on their VPNs, watching nonsense. That's also one thing. They're also you know, their family is not teaching them enough to deal with these things in a more open ways, or I don't know what is it.
So the takeaway from the point is, guys, heart and fire are all right, nothing apart
Nothing.
from that,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Okay, so like if I comment a heart or a fire on your picture, do I get a reply?
Yeah, you do. I
I do,
try.
not you guys.
No, no, no. I actually do
You
that.
do that.
I like the comments. I try to do that so that this is kind of my defense mechanism. That whenever I get time and I've posted a bold picture, or my team have, I go through the comments, and sometimes when I get time, not most of
So
the time.
do you have
So
people uh, managing your Instagram,
I
or
do,
do you
but
do it
then I
yourself?
do it sometimes
Okay.
personally, where if somebody have written something which is, I even write sometimes to those bad comments, shame on you and things like that. So the people who have appreciated, I do, like, I like those comments or reply thank you. I, God bless them, I write comment like those things also. If there are women, even thank you sweetie and those kind of things, because I try to appreciate those people who are trying to be good to me.
So that's a good way of handling it. I know people like who don't really care about like what people are
Yeah, they
saying.
do.
So that is also one way to like keep yourself aloof from like whatever the crowd is saying. So another thing I want to ask you is that people say that uh, everyone is saying right now, as a woman, I will wear whatever I want to wear.
Hmm.
It's your job not to look at me in a lewd way. You can compliment me because I'm looking pretty,
Hmm.
like you are right now,
Thank you.
but I can wear whatever I want to.
Yeah.
But is this a like two-edged sword? Because uh, there are dangers in society. You can't wear like, there is a risk that like something might happen. Like if you're a woman uh, alone at night, maybe like going somewhere.
I don't think that we should stop what we want to wear. And people needs to know what is a yes and what is a no. It's very simple. But then yeah, it's difficult for people to learn it, I guess. So
It's a very like gray area, because like we have
it
the will to
is,
do
because
whatever
right
we want to.
now also it's going to be like that. Because what we understand, till the time we don't achieve the change that we want, then I don't know, and it starts from everywhere.
But
I
let's
need to teach my brother how to treat me.
let's like let's make one thing clear. Rape happens everywhere. লন্ডনেও রেপ হয়,
Hmm,
কলকাতাতেও রেপ হয়, দিল্লিতেও রেপ হয়,
hmm,
but the way it has been done out here,
hmm.
that was brutal. মানে all rape is brutal,
Yeah.
but কোনোদিন এইরকম টাইপ অফ মুভমেন্ট আমরা দেখি না
Hmm.
সেই রেপ নিয়ে। হোয়াট ইজ দ্য রিজন ফর দ্যাট? লাইক ডাক্তারকে করা হয়েছে, নাকি ওয়ার্ক প্লেসে করা হয়েছে তাই জন্য এটা বেশি প্রমিনেন্স পেয়েছে,
Hmm.
নাকি হঠাৎ করে সবার মধ্যে এত কিছু জেগে গেল? বিকজ লাইক we shouldn't say it, but a lot of girls get raped, especially in India.
Hmm. But I think it is also the way the informations have come down to us. Most of the time, it doesn't. So that's also one of the reason why everybody doesn't get enough angry with the other ones than this one.
So
I
last,
think that is also one reason because আমাদের অব্দি তো most of the time we don't get those informations.
yes,
It's
that's the
not
thing.
enough spoken or what to say, মানে ওই ইনফরমেশনস গুলো বেরোয় না আমাদের অব্দি পৌঁছয়
So
না।
do you think that like some way or the other সবকিছুই ধামাচাপা দেওয়া and
অফকোর্স হয়, নিশ্চয়ই হয়।
not letting it out in the media or like controlling the media in some other
অফকোর্স
way?
বিকজ এতদিন মেয়েদেরকে গুড টাচ ব্যাড টাচ শেখানো হতো না। আমি যখন ছোট ছিলাম তখন আমি শুধু নয়, আমার এরকম প্রচুর বন্ধু বান্ধবদের সাথে কথা হয়েছে where they couldn't come and say it to their mom also that that person have touched me, where I felt bad, I felt very dirty, I did not like it, it just bothered me for weeks,
যদি বলতে
months।
যাও তাহলে বললে চুপ করো, এসব নিয়ে কথা বলতে হবে
হ্যাঁ
না,
মানে
মানে
এরকম
যেইটুকু
ধরনের,
story
কারণ
শুনছি
তাদের আগে জেনারেশনের
ওটাই,
মানে এডুকেশনটা তো এটাই ছিল।
like forget about it, move on.
সো দোজ থিংস আর অলসো থিংস আমরা চারিপাশে যেটা দেখি সেটাই আমরা শিখি।
Another thing I want to talk about is like, is India a sex starved nation? Because the way Indian guys comment on like girls pictures, আমি এটা কিন্তু অন্য জায়গায় দেখিনি। Maybe it's a like population thing, আমাদের অনেক population তাই জন্য a lot of comments there.
Population is one thing for sure, then it's also me staying in a city, the kind of environment I am, যদিও এখন তো সিটি নিয়ে কিছু বলাও উচিত না, বাট স্টিল আই বিলিভ যে আজকে আমি বসে আমার ভাই বোনেদের বা তুমি তোমার ভাই বোনেদের বা তার পরের জেনারেশন তোমার বন্ধুর কোনো বাচ্চাকে যেটা শেখাচ্ছ, হ্যাঁ সেটা আই থিঙ্ক অনেক জায়গায় মিসিং আছে, সেটাও একটা রিজন। আরো অনেক কিছু
Do you think like
আছে।
there's a like caste angle to it also?
কাস্ট অ্যাঙ্গেল ইজ again, but then কাস্ট অ্যাঙ্গেল এর সাথে হ্যাঁ অফকোর্স মানে
কারণ like
এডুকেশন
there
এন্ড
are like if
এভরিথিং
you see education levels and like
and everything, হ্যাঁ
the
হ্যাঁ
strata of people who'll never get to you.
yeah it is there,
like বলা
of
উচিত না।
course of course cause মানে এখন তো ওই জিনিসটা মানে কিছুদিন আগে আমরা একটা স্ক্রিপ্ট পড়ছিলাম and suddenly this this what to say, this discussion that started happening হঠাৎ করেই আর কি, যে ওই স্ক্রিপ্টটার মধ্যে ছিল যে রাজার ছেলে রাজা হয়, থিংস লাইক দ্যাট। তো যেটা এখন পিপল হ্যাভ স্টার্টেড ব্রেকিং দ্য হোল সিস্টেম, যেখানে আমরা প্রচুর এরকম আউটস্কার্টসে ছেলে মেয়েদের দেখছি উঠে আসতে, যারা বিজনেস করছে, বড় বিজনেস করছে, দে আর থিঙ্কিং অফ সামথিং ডিফারেন্ট, দে জাস্ট স্টার্টেড। তো those things are there,
টাইম লাগবে আস্তে
কারণ
আস্তে চেঞ্জ হতে।
হ্যাঁ কারণ এখনো আমরা কত ইনসিডেন্ট ওই দলিত and
yes,
those kind of things
সারাক্ষণ
we
ধরেই এটা
are seeing,
ঘটছে।
so still it's there, it's existing। আমার আমার মনে হয় যেহেতু এখন আমরা অনেক বেশি ডিজিটাল কনজাম্পশনটা করি, আমার মনে হয় যে ক্যাম্পেইনস গুলো আরো স্ট্রং, আরো এডুকেশনটা বেশি হওয়া উচিত
একদম ছোটবেলা থেকেই,
একদম ছোটবেলা থেকে।
so it's very surprising, like it's not surprising at all সেইভাবে দেখতে গেলে। মানে আমার nephew like is 5 years old, ওদেরকে এখন থেকেই শেখাচ্ছে like what is যা বলছিলে good touch bad touch, ছেলে হলো ছেলে মেয়ে দুজনকেই ওই সোসাইটিতে। so you know what is right in that society? Maybe there's a lot of stabbing and a lot of shooting going on in the western countries, but like the number of rapes are less, at least, because they have taken the step of like sex education and all that.
Yeah, it is. I think that's one of the very important thing, but then again আমরা নিজেরা শিখে নিজেদের ছেলে মেয়েদের শেখাচ্ছি, আগের জেনারেশনটা তো ব্ল্যাঙ্ক।
আগের জেনারেশন মানে লাইক
মানে নট জেনারেলি আই এম নট সেইং, দেয়ার আর অফ কোর্স এক্সেপশনাল, তোমার আমার বাবা মারা নিশ্চয়ই এরকম নয়, তাই জন্য দ্য ওয়ে ইউ টক টু মি অর দ্য ওয়ে ইউ ট্রিট মি অর আদার উইমেন ইজ ভেরি ডিফারেন্ট। আমি কাউকে ওরকম ইয়ে করে বলছি না, বাট দেন আমরা জানি যে কোথায় কোথায় গন্ডগোল আছে, কিছুটা জানি, হয়তো পুরোটাও নয়।
So do you think like there will be a change real fast? Because Indian legal system is very slow, and as we know like the details of the case,
is it slow? That's big. I think that's one of the thing. It's not slow. I don't think so. There's been movements which have been really happened fast overnight.
But you're talking about movements. I'm talking about the legal
Like the
system.
change. Yeah, the change. I'm talking about
Change
the
might be
change.
like, it might impact a lot of people, like whatever is happening. আজকে যারা ছোট আছে তারা বড় হয়ে কোনোদিন
হ্যাঁ
ভাববেও
ওটা
না।
তো will of course
হ্যাঁ।
take, but the if you want to change or you know um, women safety বা কিছু নিয়ে আমরা যদি নতুন কোনো আর্টিকেল, সেটা তো খুব তাড়াতাড়ি হয়ে যাওয়া উচিত, কারণ আমরা এরকম অনেক রাতোরাত চেঞ্জ আমাদের দেশে দেখেছি।
All right, thank you for
থ্যাংক
giving
ইউ,
your
থ্যাংক
opinions
ইউ।
on like whatever is happening in Kolkata. And it's very sad whatever is happening. These are challenging times, as you know, and we are also deeply affected by whatever is going on.
It is, it's very disturbing.
And we do hope that something really happens. সবসময় আমরা বলি যে like something might happen, something might happen. This is
Hmm.
the time that
But
it
I
has to
think
happen.
this time we need not uh, you know let it fade away. That's how it should happen.
Do you have any advice for young women?
Hmm. I really don't know what advice we should give. Like, I sometimes feel like saying to my sisters যে don't be alone, and যেগুলো আমি বলছিলাম, but then again I want to say যে কেন বলবো এগুলো, so I'm just hoping for the change. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you for talking with us today. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming. Finally, we did it. And I hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. This is Ena Saha, of course, needs no introduction. And this is Dent. Please do subscribe to the channel and also download our app. You can participate in polls and debates on the app. So until next time, see you.